Welcome to Where Hawaii Eats. We are in the heart of Kaimuki at Brick Fire Tavern. Joining me is the owner, Matthew Resich. So tell me a little bit about Neapolitan pizza. Can you tell me what the difference is?
Oh yeah, Neapolitan pizza, or pizza napoletana as the Italians would call, is a specific style of pizza. Some say it's the birthplace of pizza in Italy. It's a very craft-forward pizza, very specific in ingredients. So everything about it is unique to the style itself. And unlike other pizzas, this pizza is really enjoyed fresh and hot out of the oven.
So very basic, pure ingredients.
It's very simply topped. Yeah, you want the ingredients to shine. And that's another thing that I think is important about this style of pizza is it's very high quality toppings, and each of them play a balance to kind of create flavor profiles that are unique and blended, but not overpowering.
So tell me what you prepared today.
Sure, so our menu is a combination of, it's Napoli inspired but locally crafted, and that's kind of our mission and tagline that we strive to achieve every day. So a Caesar salad being a good example. This is our take on it. We use local baby romaine from Maui. It's Waipoli Farms. We also use Hope Farm cherry tomatoes. We import anchovies from the Mediterranean, and then we make a house crostini, so out of our house bread. So
thank you. So how did you get to Hawaii? You moved here from New York when you were 10.
Correct.
So tell me about this journey.
Well, I came with my family. I was a kid, so my father was always in some sort of travel business. In New York, he was with airlines, and then he moved to American Express, which brought him to Hawaii. And we came when we were 10, and he worked there for a few years, and then his assignment was complete, and we went back to New York, and we were there maybe 9 months, and everyone was like, no, we got to come back to Hawaii.
So you basically grew up here.
Yes.
And so but it's interesting because you lived kind of close to where we are now.
Yeah, we live not far from here. I used to bike up the street, and yeah, I'm definitely from this area. And I've seen, the ups and downs. Always fond memories of eating and this neighborhood. But I also remember New York quite a bit, and my love for pizza, my love for bagels, and certain...
Is that how you decided to open up a restaurant that's centered around pizza?
I've always wanted, if anyone knows me growing up knows, from high school I was going to go into Tim's school, and everything was always going to be hospitality, but pizza and beer was definitely my shtick, and I wanted to do that long, long ago, and it's always been a dream and a passion. So I've always been in hospitality, but not restaurant specific, and it was at MCNA where I met my life partner, Inthira. So we both decided, let's quit our jobs. Let's go to Italy and learn how to make this style of pizza and open a restaurant. We were trying to open actually in Seattle, Ballard specifically, and we took many trips there, and it was just too difficult to just move somewhere and open a restaurant. It just seemed daunting, whereas here we had networks, both of our networks. She's a local girl, was a local girl also. She passed away, unfortunately, 2 years back, but so we try to honor her in everything we do here. But she, local girl, and we just thought maybe let's use our resources here to put it together, and we did.
So what else came on our table?
These are meatballs, and we make house meatballs are something we've been doing for the last 3 years since we opened. Something that I learned working in San Francisco. But again, to tie it back to our Italian roots is, to us being Italian is fresh and local. And so it doesn't necessarily need the tomato sauce or be a meatball, but what needs to be in there are local ingredients. And that's what we do. We use our old bread that we're making. We use local beef and pork. And we do a marinara in-house, and we let it stew in there. The tomatoes are from San Marzano, but the basil's from Waianae.
So a lot of locally sourced ingredients go into this as well.
Yeah, that's kind of our, what we like to, that's our mission really, is to be fresh and local. So Napoli inspired, locally crafted.
So you have this wonderful, wonderful mural that kind of is this like time stood still kind of thing, talking about the journey, about the pizza.
The pizza, yeah. It's that's a timeline. That's the history of pizza. That's the history of Neapolitan pizza. And what we really wanted, we thought it would be fun, obviously, but what we wanted to kind of showcase is the irony of such an Italian product, Italian-backed product and a craft, but it's the accumulation of an entire globe and 2,000 years of experience.
So does this segue into the name Brick Fire Tavern? How did you come up with that name?
The name Brick Fire Tavern felt, really the location played a role. We opened in Chinatown, and the bricks in that building were from 1886. They were ballast bricks from the ships, and but that building has a lot of history, and that kind of was what we were doing. We wanted to bring the tradition and the old to the new. So Brick Fire Tavern was kind of our play on that.
Now, something else made it to our table.
Yes, it did.
What is it?
So this is our house Nyoketi. So Nyoketi, unlike how it sounds, are not just baby gnocchi. They look like gnocchi. They're rolled out similar to gnocchi, but they are actually little dumplings. And so this is made with we make our own gnocchetti, the baby dumplings rolled, and it's a gorgonzola crema with our local mushroom from Waimanalo and some guanciale.
Wow, that looks beautiful.
It's quite tasty.
And that is very tasty. I've had that. It's one of my other favorites.
And then some fresh arugula on top, just for brightness to cut through the richness.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That looks amazing. I have to move away from my meatball. So this segued into the pizza that just appeared magically on our table.
Yes. So this pizza is the classic Neapolitan pizza. It's the margherita, and it was made in Italy in 1889. If I do my 1869 was made for Queen Margherita from Savoy, and it's to resemble the Italian flag. And that was her favorite pizza made in Napoli, and it became the kind of the poster child of Neapolitan pizza.
So there's such an authenticity vibe from this restaurant, and I don't know if a lot of people knew that. Like, there's some core roots that you've instilled upon the menu. You resource the natural things around you as well.
Definitely.
So what an amazing story. What an amazing process.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. And that's if someone wants to geek out, our staff is very, knowledgeable about pizza. That's one of the prerequisites to work here is you have to love pizza. We do continuing education. Or you can just come here and enjoy the pizza, and you don't have to deal with any of that.
Do you know that you're getting a fine product?
Know that we're not cutting corners.
So this is, would you say this is the most popular?
It is, yeah, absolutely. The margherita is one of our top 4, and I think it is number 1.
That's amazing. That basil is so fresh.
Basil is fresh. When we order it, they pick it in Waianae, we get it.
This is delicious.
Tomatoes San Marzano, and we pull that mozzarella today for this pizza. So we pull every single day.
Well, Matt, I so appreciate you telling me your story.
Well, thank you.
The background of everything. It just really puts it into place.